Hey queens, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks for always stopping by. If this is your first time coming across my channel, hi, my name is Esther and this is Queen Sewing Tutorials. On this platform I share sewing tutorials. On today's video, I am going to be making this two-piece corporate you see on your screen. But for this video, we are going to be focusing on the skirt part. On another video, we will be focusing on the white sleeves. I'll be going for the white sleeves for this corporate, and as you can see, the skirt is perfectly sewn. So this skirt is actually featuring a butt contouring. And I'm also going to be showing you how I ended up achieving this perfectly fitted skirt. So if this is something you like to learn, just keep watching this video and remember to subscribe if you haven't done that. Like this video and drop a comment. Thank you. For this skirt tutorials, I'm going to be working with 2 yards of crepe. So for this crepe, I made sure I bought a thick crepe. So this crepe is a thick crepe and it has a little bit of stretching in it. Right now, the first thing I'm going to do now is to draft this front part. We are going to be cutting this separately. You're going to be cutting the front separately and the back separately. Remember I said this is going to have a butt contouring at the back, so you can't cut them together. Right now, I'm going to put my fabric on fold. And to know the right measurement to put it on fold, what you're going to do is that your hip circumference, you're going to divide it by 4 and add your stitching allowance to it. My hip circumference is 46. 46 divided by 4 gave me 11.5, and then I added 2 inches to it, and that gave me 13.5. So my fabric fold by 13.5 inches. So right now, the next thing I'm going to do now is to get my vertical lines, and the lines I'm going to be ruling out is my waistline, my hip line, the knee line, and then the full length line. Right now I am ruling my hip line, sorry. So my hip line is 10 inches. Also remember that this skirt is actually starting from my tummy, so that is why I am having a hip line at 10 inches. Okay, so if it is starting from my waist, then I'll be using 8.5 or 9 inches. All right, so please take note of that. My knee line is at 20 inches, and that is what I also went on to mark. And now I am trying to determine the full length of my skirt. So the full length of my skirt is 40 inches, but I went ahead to add 2 inches to that so that I can hem the down part. So right now I have 42 inches, and that is what I went on to mark. And right now I'm just going to pin this down and cut it out. And also please remember that this skirt is also having a 2 inches band, and I'm not adding that 2 inch to this skirt. I'll be cutting it out separately. Okay, so now the full length of this skirt right now is at 42 inches, and I'm trying to notch out the 2 inches for my folding, just like you see me do. So now it is time for me to shape in this skirt, and I'm going to come up on my waistline. I'm just going to take my round tummy, and that gave me 33 inches. I went on to divide it by 4. I went on to mark that, and I'll be adding 1 inch allowance. So this front part is not having a dart. All right, so I'll just add 1 inch to the waist. And now on the hip line, I am going to be dividing my hip measurement by 4, my hip circumference by 4, and I will remove ½ inch from it. Okay, I'm going to be removing ½ inch, so take note of that. So that's going to help us with the butt contouring. So I will just add 1.5 inch for stitching allowance. So to get the pencil effect, I'm going to measure what I have on my hip line, and I'm going to be removing 1.5 inches from it, and I will just mark that on my knee line. So if you want this to be tighter, then you want to remove more than 1.5 inch, but this skirt, I wanted it to be a bit free, so I'm okay with 1.5 inch. You can do 2 inch. Okay, just depends on how pencil you want it to be. So now on my full length line, I am going to be removing 0.5 inch from what I got on my knee line. All right, so whatever it is that you don't understand, just drop your question in the comment section, and I'll make sure I answer, or you just watch this again. So I went on to use my curve ruler to connect all those lines. Now I am coming down by 0.75 inches to give this skirt a nice curved shape at the front of it. All right, so go ahead, come down by 0.75 inches to give this a perfect fittings and also eliminate all forms of bulginess. All right, so I'm going to be using my curve ruler now to connect this into the waistline. So you can as well use a free hand for this. So queens, if you've watched this video to this very point, I'm going to be dropping all the materials I used for these tutorials in the description box, And also, if you've watched up to this point, please give this video a like, drop your question or your comment in the comment section, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. After I was done with everything, I'm just going ahead to cut all of this out. We will still be coming back to this front part. We are not done. Remember, it is having a flap in the front of it, like a pocket, although the pocket is not having a bag, it's just having a flap. So we are coming back to this. For now, let us focus on the back. So remember the formula we used for the folding of the front. So now we are also repeating the same thing at the back, but the difference here is that we are going to be adding 2" for stitch for your zipper allowance. So on fold, I have 15.5 inches. Now I came down by 1 inch to get my waistline, which is also my starting line. And I'm still going to be repeating all vertical lines I took for the front. I'm going to be repeating it on the back. So 10 inches for my waist, for my hip line, 20 inches for my knee line, and 42 inches for the full length. So this back is actually supposed to have a slit line, but let us not draw so many lines. We are also going to be coming back to the slit line, but for now, let us just make use of these lines we have. Now I am trying to mark out my 2" for my zipper allowance, and I'm going to be marking this from my waist down to the full length of my skirt. And when I'm done, I'm just going to be using my ruler to connect all those lines. Then go ahead to cut this out with my scissors. Right now I'm going to be imputing my body measurements like I did for the front. On my waistline, I'll be taking my round circumference for my tummy, and I'm going to be marking that there, and I'll be add 1 inch for that and 1 inch for stitching allowance. So on my hip line, I'm going to also be marking my hip measurements, and this time I'm not taking anything like I did for the front where I took 0.5 inches. Now I'm not taking anything. I'm just going to be marking everything I have, and I'll add 1.5 inch for seam allowance. On the knee line, I am just going to measure what I have on the hip line, and I will remove 1.5 inch just like I did for the front also. And on the full length line, I will mark what I have on my knee line, and I'll remove 0.5 inch. I hope you understand. I'll just go ahead now and use my curved ruler to connect all these lines together, just like you see me do. And you can see the way I am positioning my ruler, right, all the way to give me a perfect curve. So I am also going to be notching my 2" for my folding allowance. So now on the waistline, I am going to be imputing my dart. So I'll be using 4 inches. That's my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. That's what I'll be using on the skirt. And I came down for the length by 5 inches. Okay, so I am going to come out from each side by 0.5 inches. So the full length of this dart is at 5 inches. And I'm just coming out by 1/2 inch there, 0.5 inch there, and I will just go on to consume the 1 inch I gave it initially for the dart allowance. So I'm just going to connect this with my ruler to give me a dart. So I'm also going to be notching this so that I will know where to sew when I take this to the sewing machine. So you know the back waist of the body is kind of curved inside, right? So now what you want to do is that on the waistline, you want to go in by 0.5 inches. It is so important you do this to have a perfect fitting at the back part, especially at the zipper part. So now on the hip line, I am going to come out by 0.5 inch. This is actually the 0.5 inch we took out from the front part. I hope you remember. So we are going to be replacing it to the back part, just like that. And I'm going to be using my curve ruler to connect it with a curve into the waistline by that 0.5 inches I came in by, just like you see me do right now. And right now, as you can see, it is giving a butt-like effect like that. Did you see that curve? Yes, that is what we need at the back. So now we are going to be connecting this line into the zipper line, and to do that, I'm coming up by 5 inches from the knee line, and I'm just going to be connecting this into my zipper line, just like you see me using my curve rule now to place that. So now you have your butt contouring. If you wear this kind of skirt, your butt is going to have a perfect fitting at the back. So this new adjustment has actually interfered with our zipper line. So what we want to do now is to create another zipper line. So by that, I'm going to come out by 0.5 inches from these new lines that I have marked. So now I will go ahead and I will place my tape on the new lines. and I'm going to come out by 1.5 inches from my waistline down to the full length of this skirt, just like you see me do. And I'm going to be connecting with this curve. I'm going to be maintaining that butt contouring on the zipper area also. All right, so I'm just going to be, just see what I'm doing so that you go ahead and do the same thing when you're making yours. So queens, if you have understood to this point, then give me a like. Or if you have a question, drop it in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you have not done that. And also remember to turn on your notification bell so that when I upload my next video, you will be first to get notified. Right now, I have gone ahead to connect all the lines together, and I'm just going to be cutting everything out and also notching my 2-inch for my hemming allowance. So I went on to put the back part aside, and now I have gone over to bring out my front part. So this is my front part, and we are about to create our pocket flap. So I'm just trying to show you the curve we created when we came down by 0.75 inches. You can see that. So now to do that, I am going to be folding my pieces into two. So now we are trying to create the flap, okay, the pocket flap. And now I am coming down by 7 inches. So you can see the way I'm placing my tape, making sure that I take note of the 0.75 inches curve I came down by, right? And now I'm just going to be marking a straight line from this side, and also marking 7 inches straight line on the other side. This is to ensure that I have a straight line when I open this up. And I'm also going to be making sure that I locate the midpoint of this skirt. So you can also go ahead and iron to get this process right. You can just go ahead and iron, right? So, but I am just going to notch this because I have located my midpoint. And right now I'm just notching. So where you see that mark, that is my midpoint. So as you can see, we have a straight line, 7 inches line, straight from both sides. So I'm just going ahead to make these lines visible for you to see. So now I'm trying to determine the distance between the two flaps. And for that, I'm going to be coming out by 2.5 inches, that is 2.5 inch from the both side of the midpoint, which is going to give me 5 inches. So the distance between my two flaps is going to be 5 inches. So now from the 2.5 inches I came out by, I'm going to be marking out 5.5 inch, and this is how long I want the flap to be. So I'll mark 5.5 inch from one end and also from the other end, and this is how wide my flap is going to be. And how long it is going to be, it's going to be by 3.5 inches. So now I'm going to be cutting out 6 inches for the wideness, because I'll be turning it by 0.5 inch to fall into my 5.5 inch. I hope you understand. So the wideness, I'm cutting out 6 inches, and for the length, I'll be cutting out 4 inches, right? And when I stitch this inside out, it's going to be arriving at 3.5 inch and 5.5 inch. So now I'm going to be using my curve, my rollers to connect these lines together. So queens, I tried to make this video a cutting and sewing video, but already the tutorial is so long, and at this point my phone memory was just crying. There was no space on my phone. So I am not going to be including the sewing part in this video. I am going to be uploading a new video to show you how to sew this properly, and as you can see, these videos are detailed. So on my next video, I'm going to show you how to sew all of this together, and also in that video I'm going to be showing you the technique to use when sewing a stretchy fabric to get a perfect fitting. So you don't want to miss that video, and that tutorial is coming right after these very tutorials. Okay, so right now I am done cutting this out, and what I'm going to be doing now is just to curve this. Yes, I'm just going to be curving this to give me a curved at the end of my flap, right? And you can see what I am talking about, right? You can see the curve it gave me. So instead of having it straight, I just went on to use a curve, right? So now I have done the two parts, and I'm just going to be placing it like so. Okay, did you see where I'm placing it? Yes, and in my next video we are going to be sewing this. So guys, I'll see you on my next video. Bye.